You?
I'm good. I'm really good. My internet is working again today.
Yeah. Good. No problem?
No problem. I think I don't know much about technology, but I know that when nobody else is home, my computer always connects just fine. Um, and my roommates are gone, so and my computer is working just fine. So.
Yeah, don't let the day come in.
Yeah. I don't know if it has to do with number of devices connected to the wireless, but it just seems to work fine when I'm home alone. So good. I'm good today.
Yeah, good.
And Albina, hello. Must still be connecting there. And Santiago, hello. Okay, hopefully they can hear me.
People are shy today.
Strange. Um, as long as you can hear me, then my sound is working. So that's
Yeah,
good.
your sound is good.
Good, good, good. Um, Good. We should have a big class today, a full class. Hope. So we'll wait a minute. It is, let's see, the topic today is digital learning.
Hello,
Um,
Stephanie. Can you hear me?
yes, Santiago,
Okay,
hello.
great. Hello,
How are you
how
doing?
are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Great.
I'm doing well, as far as
Good. Welcome to class.
Hello.
And German, hello.
Hi, Stephanie. How are you? Nice to
I'm
meet you.
I'm good. How are you? Nice to meet you as well.
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. And where are you from?
I'm from Chile,
Oh, from Chile. What part?
Santiago.
Santiago. Wonderful. I studied Spanish in Concepcion.
Really? And do you
Um,
like it?
I loved it. Yeah, I loved it. It was 10 years ago,
Oh,
um, but I loved it. It was great. A difficult place to learn Spanish, though.
yes, very difficult. We speak very
But great.
fast.
Yes, very fast with all the Chilenismos. Like so much particular vocabulary,
Yes,
being very distinct. Cool. Well, welcome to class. Nice to meet you.
thank you.
Uh, and Albina, hello. Okay, I heard her say hello. So anyway, Alexander, hello.
Hi,
How are you today?
I'm doing okay.
Great, great, great. Welcome to class. And Monica, hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm just get off of work.
Okay, great, great. Me too, about an hour ago. So good. Well, welcome everyone. We'll get started. Today's topic is digital learning, which I liked because that's what we are doing. Um, in fact, Verbling is 100% digital online learning. Um, and I think it's really a great way, especially for language learning. Not everyone can move to a country to speak with native speakers. So digital learning is really revolutionizing language learning as well. So interesting topic. Um, and we'll get started right away. This is, for those of you who have done these lessons before, um, they can be long, so I skip certain parts. This one is pretty short. So this one we'll do the vocabulary, and we'll do the reading and the comprehension questions along with the discussion. But the number one goal is to have a discussion. So I may call on you sometimes if you are being quiet. All right. And Ali has posted the links. Thank you very much, Ali. Faster than me. I had them in the box ready to press enter, but just great. Thank you very much. All right. So digital learning. All right. Here we go. So we'll start with some warm-up questions to start the discussion. And let's just say, obviously, you're all in a class on verbling. So aside from verbling, have you ever taken an online course? Aside from verbling.
Yes, I do. I did.
Mm-hmm. And tell us a little bit about it.
I was following the British Council site to learn an English course online provided by University of Great Britain, and so I followed this course. It was totally online. It was not too much demanding people who were learning English, but he was interested. So it was about British culture and something like that.
Cool, cool. And did you like the experience?
There was about, I think, 12,000 of people from all around the world that was following this course.
Oh, wow.
And we had to watch some video they provided online, and then leave comments on the site. So it was interactive, just
cool, cool. And did you like it? Did you learn
because
a lot?
of the comments? Yeah, it was an experience and practice English, reading, listening, and writing. So yeah.
Okay, your mic is breaking up a little bit there, but it sounds like it was a really good experience.
Yes, it was.
Great, great. Thank you for sharing. Others, anyone else, have you ever taken an online course? So maybe nobody has. I did in my university. I took several online courses that were, they met completely online. All of the assignments were online. It was through my university, and I really enjoyed it. I think the discussions, they were kind of different because we were writing to each other. So people maybe had to think a little harder about what they wanted to say. So that's my experience. All right, how about number 2? Do you use your mobile phone for learning?
Yes, I did.
And tell us a little bit about it.
Before using Berlin, I used an application called Duolingo. That's for learning English. Was cool, but not enough because you cannot talk and you can't listening. Berlin is better.
So did it just have like quizzes or?
Some grammar lessons and exercises, things
Oh.
like that. And you can get points, but these points are for nothing.
Okay. So kind of more designed at maybe grammar practice and review rather
Yes,
than building
typical.
real
Yes.
fluency with the language. Yeah, great. Cool, thanks. Anyone else?
Yes, me too, Stephanie.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Yeah, I have used to Duolingo,
Mhm.
and I even finished the old course.
Mhm.
Well, it was a bit boring because it was just grammar, some listenings, how to pronounce some words,
Mhm.
and I have used to Bilingual,
Mhm.
another app.
Mhm.
It's a complete course about grammar.
Mhm.
And well, it's okay. Maybe when you are waiting, I don't know, maybe in your dentist or in the
Oh.
doctor, yeah, you can use it for practice another keys or another words. Or,
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Use it for kind of quick practice
yeah,
versus.
but of course, Berlin is better, much better.
Great, great. I think it's really cool. I wish they had it in the Czech language right now.
Yeah. Mm.
Great. Anyone else ever try the mobile phone for learning? I guess if Googling things counts as learning, then I have used my mobile phone for learning. But I've never tried any type of course. All right. So, unless anyone else has anything, next question. What is an interactive whiteboard? No. Interactive whiteboard.
It is a device for doing presentations.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And yeah, so it's just like a whiteboard that you would write on,
Yes.
except it's connected to the internet, and it has like a touch screen or a.
It is used for teaching or for presentations too.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Is it similar to a tablet?
well,
I don't know exactly what it is.
No, it is used in class at the university or at.
yeah, let's pull up a picture. I can actually think of two definitions for interactive whiteboard. And I think this is the most common one. We'll pull up a picture. But I did have one class that had an interactive whiteboard that was just like a place where we posted everything. But in classes, in schools today, here's a good picture of an interactive whiteboard.
Yes.
It's,
Ah,
I
okay.
think, connected a computer, and you use projector.
You connect
Yeah.
the laptop
Yep.
to
So it's
the
connected.
whiteboard.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
You can use a pen or your finger to choose something.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So they're kind of way cooler than the chalkboards or blackboards I had as a child.
It's like a big tablet or iPad.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot like that, like a huge tablet that you can hang on the wall. Has anyone ever used one before?
No.
No.
No, no.
I've never used one.
Me neither.
At my last job, I had one. Well, I didn't have my own classroom. I went into other teachers' classrooms to teach English. But their classrooms had the whiteboard, so I was able to use the interactive whiteboard in my lessons. And it was really fun. Fun for me and fun for the students.
Yes.
And I think engaging for them as well. All right, last pre-reading question. Can Facebook be educational? So opinions about that.
I think it can. It could be. It depends on how you use it.
Mm-hmm.
As regard me, I use Facebook to check news, a lot of newspaper from all over the world. Instead of switch from a site to another, I have to be interested in Facebook. And it is easier for me to check all the news, for example. So not only to connect with my friends, obviously.
Yeah, there's a lot more out there than just friends. So it's a good place to get all your news in one spot. Sure.
Yeah.
There are a lot of information you can gain.
Yeah.
You can find on Facebook.
Definitely. Good. And Ali?
Yeah, there are some groups about learning English, for example.
Mm-hmm.
You can join those groups.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I joined some groups and they posting something about English, like idioms, definitions, like the grammar rules, something like that. Sometimes I am reading them and learning new things from Facebook. And I think there are some friendship or friends group you can send a letter or something like that, and they can correct your writing.
Oh, cool.
Like yeah, you can join this kind of groups and you can learn the language.
Cool. Yeah, so that sounds very educational and useful and helpful. Great. Cool. So anyone else, can Facebook be educational?
Well, in my case, I would like to say that I don't think it's very educational. I think it's more for sharing your pictures or I don't know what to say. To be informed about what your friends are doing day by day or next events in your city, for example. But it's not, in my opinion, it's not really educational. You can find in different websites more information about the news, about I don't know, online courses or whatever, more than in Facebook.
Yeah.
I agree. Can you hear me, Stephanie?
Yes, I agree too.
Yes, Elvina, hello.
Right, finally. Yes.
How are you today?
Great. Thanks.
Good.
I absolutely agree with previous speaker.
Yes.
I think it could be educational, but mostly we think that Facebook is just for entertainment. I have never met a person who can say that he or she uses it for educational purpose.
Yes. I think that the people use more Facebook for entertainment, more than for education.
Yeah. Really interesting discussion. And I think definitely Facebook is customized for each one of us. like the websites you go to will pop up, or things that you like will show up more often in your feed. So one person's feed might be much more educational than another person's feed.
What do you think, Stephanie?
I think it can be educational. It usually is not, but it can be. For example, there's a lot of articles on there, so it might help you access articles that you wouldn't otherwise read. So it can be educational in that way, but I think it's more of a...
In general, it's more about
Yeah, more about friends and social things.
Yeah.
I would say when it's educational, it's probably on accident most of the time. The things I've learned off Facebook have been, I didn't go there to learn anything. I went there to see my friend's cat. But yeah, so I think it can be. I think it does have a lot to do with what you tend to look at and what your feed looks like. So on my feed, I have a lot of former students who are still very young, like teenagers. So I see a lot of strange posts, and then I wonder why I'm on there. So for me, it's not educational. All right, anyone else? Any thoughts on this topic? And welcome, Henny. Hello. Okay. So any other thoughts? Can Facebook be educational? All right. We'll continue. The reading is very short. It's only 3 paragraphs. So we will go over the vocabulary first. So just take a moment to read the vocabulary, and then I will call on people to help us answer them. And if you don't know, just say pass or I don't know, and we'll go over it. So number 1, face. And this is not the face you have on your head. Can we start with you, Santiago? Santiago?
It's not here.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Now, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, face is, I think it's appearance.
Yes. Yep. We could talk about the face of a book, or the face of a, or interface. Has to do with appearance as well. Good. All right, number 2, we're going to just go down the line. Rafa, hello, welcome.
Hello. Number 2, assign. Assign.
Yeah.
Good.
The G is silent in this one. It's a strange one. So assign.
Assign. G, to give someone a project or assignment.
What letter? Yep. Yes, J there. Yep. So a teacher might assign a task or homework. Good. Number 3, moving down the line, Monica. Flexible.
Open to change. Letter B.
Yeah, flexible. So willing to do something different. Good. Jose, number 4.
Yes, affordable. Inexpensive.
Yeah, if you can afford something, if it's affordable, you have enough money for it. Good. 5, interactive. Henny doesn't look like he's there. All right. Herman, will you take number 5, please?
Interactive is B, requires participation and sharing.
Yeah, good. Verbling classes are interactive.
Yes.
You must participate. Great. Ali, number 6, obsolete.
Obsolete is letter E, no longer useful or used, outdated.
Exactly, yep. Obsolete, we don't use it anymore. Great. Number 7, Albina, unreliable.
Unreliable, not to be trusted or relied on.
Great.
C.
Yep, and the un, of course, there means not. Number 8, encyclopedia, and back to Santiago.
Okay, a reference book of facts in alphabetic volumes.
Great. Yeah, and we could say encyclopedias are obsolete with the internet. We don't often see 30 alphabetized books on a shelf. All right, and Rafa, next one, number 9, real time.
Real time. At the actual time, something happens, not delayed.
Exactly, yep, so we could say that verbing classes are real time. You can participate in real time or you can watch the classes later. And Monica, our last one, revolution.
Revolution is changing the way people think and act.
Yep, great, excellent. All right, that brings us to our reading. So we have 3 paragraphs. I'll ask for volunteers. After each paragraph, we'll stop for questions about vocabulary and any other questions you might have. Summarize the reading, perhaps. So let's see. Jose, would you want to read our first one for us? Great.
Yes.
Thank you.
Times are changing. Teachers say this more than anyone. Day by day, digital learning is changing the face of education. Instead of textbooks, essays, and paper-based tests, teachers assign e-books, blog posts, and internet quizzes. Blackboards are being replaced with smart boards. Learning with technology is growing in popularity around the world. Why? Digital learning is often flexible, affordable, and interactive. You can do a full university degree online at home and join a study group on Facebook.
Great, excellent. Thank you very much for reading that.
Okay.
Excellent. Any questions on this paragraph or any of the vocabulary?
Do you say times are changing very often?
Yes, and we do. I don't know if this part is true. I don't know if I've said this, but times are changing. I guess it's true. Times are changing. We do. There's actually. Has anyone heard of Bob Dylan, the musician?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he wrote a song, "The Times They Are a Changin'." He is from my state in the United States. He actually is from the town my mother grew up in.
Wow.
So we definitely say this where I'm from. Good. Any other questions?
It says Facebook can be educational. There are some study groups.
Yep. So it seems like there are, if you're, as Monica said, if depends how you use it. If you're going on in order to work with your study group, it certainly can be educational. Good. All right. So we'll go on to the next paragraph. Let's see. Henny, hello. I don't know if your mic is working. Okay, so let's see. Herman, will you take the second paragraph there, please?
Okay. As technology advances, textbooks are becoming obsolete. Will teachers and far-world classroom be the next thing to go? At one time, people thought robots would take over human jobs. Now it seems the internet is doing this. Can you remember when the internet was viewed as an unreliable source? Today the internet unreliable
There you go. Good.
source. Today the internet is the world's encyclopedia. Information changes quickly and some textbooks become outdated before they are printed. These days, students use mobile phones and laptops with Wi-Fi access to research and share knowledge and ideas in real time.
Excellent. Great. Excellent. Thank you very much for reading. Good. So first of all, any questions on the vocabulary here?
Yes, four-walled classroom.
Yeah, so for a four-walled classroom would be a typical classroom. Sorry about that. Am I unmuted now? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, that's a first. So a four-walled classroom is as opposed to an online classroom which has no walls.
It's a physical classroom.
Yeah,
in the school.
Yeah, great. Yeah, well said. Physical classroom in the school.
Okay.
Good. Good. Any other questions?
Will teachers and four-wall classrooms maybe become obsolete? Do you think so?
Yeah, yeah, I don't think so. I think there will always be, especially for children, I don't know. I think there will always be something about having a school and a community that people go to, and something about face-to-face interaction. But I think we'll see less of that, and we'll see a lot more online learning.
Why it says teachers maybe can be obsolete? It's meaning in the future robots can do this job.
Well, yeah. So you could go and do a whole course of just reading and answering questions and learn quite a lot without ever having a teacher, right? That's one great thing about being a language teacher. You always have to speak with a person. So I think language teachers especially will not become obsolete. What do all of you think?
Can I say? Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yeah, I worry about it. I work at a language center, educational center, and we teach our students face-to-face. And at the beginning of the year, some people offered us to make a computer teaching. We discussed this possibility of our students, and they say we can study at home using the computer, and we come here to see you, to communicate with you face to face. So we don't need it and we don't want it. Everybody has computer at home now, and computer doesn't understand our mood. He doesn't understand and feel our health, and we cannot get any power from computer. So that is why we came here to have face-to-face studying and learning languages. So it was teenagers, they said it. So it was it was interesting.
Yeah, that's good to hear from teenagers to hear that.
It was very nice and very touching, really touching.
Yeah.
I also have experience teaching online and teaching face-to-face. So I have both types of students. And as a teacher, I prefer teaching face-to-face, really, because I can feel the students. But we have a very difficult time, very busy time, and when we don't have possibility. So if I have choice between face-to-face teaching or online teaching, I will prefer face-to-face. But if I don't have, I will do it online.
Interesting. Good. Wow. Thank you for sharing. It's interesting to hear your preference too. And I agree with you 100%, or I agree with the teenagers. There is something about face-to-face, being able to read your mood, kind of feel how things will work.
How do you feel today? So sometimes even an excellent student can have a problem at home, and you see it on his face and feels, today I should do something easier. And you can ask him what happened. So do you want sometimes they want to share their problems, but computer doesn't care about it.
True. Yeah, a teacher is more than just someone to give work.
to give knowledge. It's a psychotherapist, it's an advisor, counselor, and you don't just give knowledge, you give a part of your heart.
It's true. That's part of why it's so exhausting.
Yes, especially private students. When you work with group, it is you don't give all your energy. During the private teaching, you feel exhausted, really. You lose your power. You give part of yourself.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah, I can imagine. Great. Thank you so much. Great comments. Anyone else thoughts on that? Will teachers be obsolete or classrooms?
But on the other hand, if I may, we right now are witness. Times are changing, as the article says. You can have a lot of knowledge from different points of the world due to online classes, as Berlin is doing right now, where we can have classes from different universities abroad, only clicking in your laptop, and this is a good thing too, because there are a lot of knowledge that before this change you never could arrive to get this information, and right now you can get the whole information in South Africa, in New York, only clicking on your laptop, assisting to the class online. It could be an important change in the education system, as the article says, without four walls classroom, but there are another way to teach, another way to learn, more comfortable for a student. You can sit wherever you want, whenever you want, and different styles of classes, different subjects. I think it's important.
Yeah, there's definitely a broader, maybe kind of a broader range of people who can join the class, perspectives you can learn about, a bigger knowledge base. And one thing for me as a teacher, I have to say I prefer teaching online.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean it's like education far from. It's like face-to-face education. We can see our teacher, and teacher can see us. And for example, you can understand our feelings or emotions. We can just talk to each other. It's like face-to-face education.
Definitely. Yeah, there's a lot of things about Verbling that do mimic the four-walled classroom. One thing I like, though, about Verbling, or about teaching online, which for me has been only Verbling, but I like that every student who comes to class is ready to come to class. So every student comes, they want to participate, they want to speak, they're ready for the class, they haven't had a bad trauma earlier in the day. So
We choose to be here.
yeah, you choose to be here, and if something horrible happened to you in the day, you'd probably cancel the class rather than go anyway because you have to. As a public school teacher, I often had to work with students who just weren't ready to learn, and that was the hardest teaching I've ever done.
They are forced to be here.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I would like to say that in my opinion, there is just one bad thing. It's about the connections. When the connection drop all the time, or sometimes you get out of the class and you can't go back to the class. So yeah, I feel very angry sometimes with internet.
Yes, yesterday my computer would not connect to the internet for just no reason, and I had to borrow my roommate's computer. It was very frustrating. So definitely a downside.
The best thing, you don't give us homework. We don't have to do homework.
Yes. And I think everyone likes that. I know I like that. I never bring home a stack of papers from my Verbling classes. For sure.
Everything has pluses and minuses in this world, and online teaching has all as well.
Yeah, it's true. The other part, some things are harder. Like there's certain games we can't play. Things like, and then that face-to-face stuff too. There are some things missing. You definitely have to set it up different. We can't do really ongoing things. So yeah, different dynamic for sure. Great, good discussion. So we have one more paragraph. Actually, let's see. One last. Was there anything else on this second paragraph? Can you remember when the internet was viewed as an unreliable source?
When the internet connection was slow.
I can remember when they still weren't sure if the internet would last, would be a thing.
I remember my internet used to, to have a bad in sound, like when they're trying to, plug in their internet. I mean my modem.
Yeah, the dial-up sound.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that, definitely. Um, great. Okay, let's go to our last paragraph, and then we can get to some discussion questions too. So let's see. I think Herman read the second. So Ali, can you read this third paragraph, please?
Okay. Some subjects are better suited to e-learning than others. You can learn how to fix a car without actually touching it, can you? It would be hard to study ballet through YouTube alone. What about language learning? Will classrooms, study halls, and libraries exist for many generations, or are we experiencing an educational revolution?
Great, thank you very much. Questions and comments on this last paragraph here?
Study halls, it's like, or the study area is like classes, yeah?
What's that?
The last...
yes, study hall. A study hall is like, it's like a class, but you just study. You do homework for other classes.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Great, good question.
It is absolutely correct. It's absolutely right. I have been doing yoga for 2 years, and I still attend yoga class. And my husband always asks, why do you spend so much time on going there? You can learn from YouTube. You can do, there are a lot of videos, but the atmosphere is absolutely different. At classes, with a live instructor and with video, because you do something wrong and nobody corrects you when you see the video. So there are something you can learn from internet online, and there is something that you cannot. You need somebody to control you, to give you right direction, and just to be with you.
Yeah, good.
I absolutely agree.
Good point. I agree for sure, especially with physical learning like that. Definitely. All right, let's see. Honey, is your mic working? I don't know. We can't hear you, so I don't know. Keep trying to connect. Whenever you connect, just start speaking, and we'll see if it's working for you. All right, great. Interesting. They mentioned language learning. So, what can you learn how to fix a car without touching it? I don't think you can.
Maybe you can if you are a smart person, or if you have some skills or talent. You can just watch the video and you can do what you see.
Yeah, like you could. Yeah, I mean, I think you could watch and then do, but you certainly couldn't become a mechanic just by watching YouTube videos, right? How about language learning though? So I agree, you can't fix a car just by watching videos or just reading online. How about language learning though? What do you all think?
I think for language learning is maybe it's possible because you just need to learn to read, speak, and listening. So you don't need a classroom or whatever. I think it's easier for us.
Definitely. Other thoughts? Anyone else?
And also, if I may, I think e-learning makes knowledge more affordable for more people and cheaper. You can go to different classes cheaper than if you go to a university. You can get different opinions from different teachers almost for free, and many people over the world can get more information in every place without no expensive charge. There are two things: more affordable, as far as I know, and also more information to get for different people over the world. Is another point interesting in me.
Yeah, so definitely more people can access learning for sure. Great.
If I want to get some practical skills, how to sew, how to knit, so to do with my hands, I probably would prefer face-to-face courses. If I want to get some humanitarian science, I can do it online because it is affordable, as somebody said before, and it's possible to get some humanitarian knowledge online now because a lot of sources, different materials.
Yeah.
And, if I want to learn how to swim, so I wonder, should I still think that I need an instructor, not YouTube video. Maybe I cannot swim, so that is why I'm thinking about it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Did you know I was a swim teacher for 8 years?
Wow.
The first thing I ever taught.
Yeah.
And teaching a physical skill is very different than teaching knowledge, which is very different from teaching a language.
I can imagine it should be different.
Yeah, and I would say any physical learning or any skilled trade that you do with your hands or body, really you need a in-person teacher.
Hello?
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 Hanny, hello.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yay!
Lately, I can take to you.
Great. Okay, welcome. Glad it worked for you. How are you today?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay.
So any thoughts on the topic on digital learning?
Yeah.
So let's continue. We're going to skip the comprehension questions and the extra vocabulary. You can do that on your own later on if you wish. Let's go on to some discussion questions.
Okay.
All right, so, and this is to everyone, but how do people study using social media networks like Facebook?
Yeah. Through social media networks like Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, we can share together the materials. You can share also YouTube links. You can discuss together about many topics in the internet. Okay?
Yeah, definitely. Great answer.
Yeah.
Anyone else? What are some other ways people study using social media networks?
How do people study using social media networks like Facebook? How do we?
Yep. So opening it up to other people.
Yeah.
Yep. So Hanny, thank you for your answer. Does anyone else have an answer?
What do you say, Stephanie?
I'm asking the others if they have any other ideas about this.
Okay.
From the article, we can assume that people can find a group for studying definite subject and you can find people who are interested in it, and you can get some knowledge from them. So,
Yes, and share information with other people on yourself, on your own. It's not enough for me, for example. So I can find other people to share information or as regard the language, swap our languages.
Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of learning you have to do with other people. So you need to find people who are sharing your interests or what you're learning. And the internet lets us do that. Social networking lets us do that. Good. So I feel like we kind of addressed this question a little bit. Let's go to, we only have a few minutes left, so let's go to a really open discussion question, one everyone can answer. Do you prefer learning online or in a classroom?
Can I say?
Yeah, go ahead, Alexander.
It depends on the subject that I'm going to study. And if we're talking about, for example, English study, I would prefer studying via the internet because I can, meet a native speaker, and it's more convenient. It's a progressive way to do this. Whereas, in a classroom, you study English only with a teacher who is not native speaker, and you are aware that if you cannot say something in English, you can easily ask this question on your mother tongue, and it's kind of difficult to start to overcome this barrier, that language barrier. Is it correct to say?
Yeah, yep, the language barrier.
And when it comes to internet, the opportunity like learning is just so great, and I'm so happy that I found it.
Me too. Me too. Happy that you found it and happy that I found it. Definitely.
I can say something opposite to the previous speech. I strongly recommended Duolingo to my students, but they were not so enthusiastic about it, and they found it better to have a live lesson with native speaker in classroom. They say they can play games, as you say, they can sing, they can feel this person, and so it wasn't successful, really. So for them, maybe they don't feel confidence, they don't like learning through internet, but it wasn't successful. Only one student using this service now, but the last of them wanted to have a native speaker alive in classroom.
I guess it depends on the age also.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it depends on the age because they are adult. Yes. Maybe teenagers, they would be more enthusiastic about it. Yes.
Yeah.
You need to have a teacher to be guide. Maybe we are with the job, so learning online for me is convenient. I can do whenever I want, 24/7 when I have free time.
Good, yeah, great. Both really excellent points. Does anyone else have any thoughts, or would you like to say what you prefer?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Henny.
Yeah, I hear you. I can hear you. I like to learn through the internet online classroom than physical classroom, because we can easily share. We can easily share experience, share knowledge over the internet. Okay. And learning through over the internet online is cheaper than going to the classroom, physical classrooms.
Certainly.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's cheaper, and you can maybe have a bigger, broader access to people.
Faster and
ideas.
faster then. Okay.
Mhm.
And you can learn online from anywhere, from and when and what we want to learn at any time.
True. Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of custom. It's almost a custom-made education, we could say.
Okay.
Customized. Great. Good. All right, everyone. It is time, so we have to say goodbye. Thank you all for the discussion. I love this class because of talking with you all makes it fun for me. So thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you in future classes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Stephanie.
See you.
Bye,
Bye.
See
everyone.
you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Stephanie. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you so much.
Bye.